What's going on, everyone? So you know that I get excited when I get to play with cool little tools, and this one here is a cool little tool. This is the PowerSmith 65-foot digital laser distance measure. Let's take a look at it. So this measure is brand new to the market. This model number is PLM65. The work range is 65 feet. Work accuracy is 1/16, which is great. 15 hours runtime, and you get 2 new Duracell batteries, which are AAAs. This is only 2.4 ounces, and it's a class 2 laser. And just to show you, this is where the 2 AAA batteries go, in this little department in the back. You put the one here, one on the other side, and it's ready to go, and you have 15 hours of run time. So not a lot of power required for this. So before we get to all the functions this thing can do, and it does have a lot of functions for such a small device, I just wanted to show you the on-off measure and clear buttons that you'll be using a lot with this, and the screen. The screen is a little smaller, but it's extremely bright. It does show you how much more battery power you have left. You know, this is where you're going to see your inches or metrics and so on, but it's extremely easy to use. Let's get to the features now. So I'm sorry for my camera work here. I'm using one hand trying to use this, but I just want to show you when I hit the on button, the screen's going to light up. Now, I want to take 2 different measurements, right? It's not going to just take one. I can take 2 if I wanted to, right? So I'm going to put that laser on this little clipboard here, and you can see here, let's see, I hit the measure button, and I am at 2 feet, 2.5 inches. So say I wanted to take a second measurement. So I would just hit that button again, and then I would get the measurement, hit measure again, and then it's going to save 2 measurements. So what's nice about this is if I was doing a window measurement, I can do the vertical height and the width at the same time, and it's going to save both measurements for me. And no reason for me to get in there with the tape measure. It's big, it's bulky. This thing is extremely versatile when it comes to getting into tight spots. And you can take a couple different measurements and freeze them on the screen. And I'm sorry for the blurriness, but yeah, it just works awesome when you are taking a couple different measurements and you don't have to worry about writing it down. It stays on the screen. Now, another thing that's really nice about this is not only can you take a couple different measurements and freeze them, you can also take measurements in real time. So I'm just going to hit this button here, and all I'm going to do is aim it at something, the wall probably, and you can see a little laser right there, and you can see that it's changing on the screen. So 4 foot 11 inches, 4 foot 12 inches. Now I'm down to 2 foot, 6 foot. So it's actually taking that in real time. And once again, I can come over and hit that freeze button and stop it. And if I want to take a second measurement, I can do that just like we did in the last clip. So it's extremely versatile. This thing allows you to do a lot of different measurements. And once again, I'm just going to hit the button here. It's going to freeze it. I can hit it again. And now I can take my second measurement, and that'll also freeze. So it's just so cool. It's just so cool, this little device here. You can do so much with it. So I want to show you how accurate this thing is. So let's look at that. So they claim that this is 1/16 of an inch of accuracy. So let's see how close we are. So you always want to measure from the back, not the front. It starts measuring from the back, so it actually takes into account the entire device, which is extremely nice. And I have it at the 1 foot mark, and all I'm going to do is hit the on button, and then when I hit the on button, I will hit it again to start measuring. So it's going to say measure. So you click it, it should say 1 foot, and there you go. There is 1 foot, and you can see it's extremely accurate. Now, I will admit that I actually tried this a little earlier before I shot this clip right here, and when I lined it up with my other tape measure, it was off. It was off by like 1/4, and I was like, oh man, this thing is, you know, not accurate. Here, it wasn't even the device, it was the tape measure that was off by 1/4. It was a cheap tape measure. I went out and got a more professional tape measure, and I lined it up, and it lined up perfectly. So now I can measure it again. I can slide this back. Now I'm at 1 foot to 3 inches. Now I just hit the freeze button, and I got 2 measurements now. So extremely accurate. So let me show you one more cool feature about this device here. So I know United States, we still use miles per hour and inches and feet, but if I hit these 2 buttons here, you can see that it goes to meter. So other countries that do not use inches and feet can go to meters simply by hitting these 2 buttons right here. You can see it switches on and off. Now, when you actually push that on, when you shut this device off, it'll actually stay in that measurement setting
when you turn it back on. So if you want to go back to inches and feet, all you do is hit the 2 buttons at the same time again, and it will shut off like so. So just hit those buttons and it goes back to inches and feet. Hit it again and it'll go back to meters. So yeah. So there you go, the brand new PowerSmith 65-foot digital laser distance measure. I love it. It's small, it's versatile. You can take a couple different measurements at the same time and freeze them, so you don't have to worry about carrying a pencil and paper around with you. Listen, it has a backlight display, it has an auto shut off, so you don't have to worry about forgetting to shut this off and your battery's dying. What I also love about this is not only does it take the inches and the feet and the meters, whatever you're using, but it takes fractional inches, so it's very precise. I'm going to go out and change a couple screens in my window, and now I can get in there without having to worry about a big bulky tape measure, and I can use this. It's just so awesome. You can find these at the Home Depot. I'm going to put a link at the bottom in the description. Check it out. If this review helped you, please thumbs up, subscribe, comment. Check these out. I'm telling you, you're really going to like it, and just very lightweight, very versatile. All right, thanks.